If you're over 60 and you keep waking up at 3 a.m. to go to the bathroom, pay attention. Because the worst part isn't just the pee, it's waking up groggy in the dark, afraid of falling. Today I'm going to show you the 6 p.m. banana method, the right way, and the common after-dinner mistake that makes you get up even more at night. And there's a detail almost no one talks about, the ripeness of the banana and what you combine it with. If you do it wrong, it can actually make things worse. I'm also going to give you a 3-night plan so you can test this safely and notice real changes. No guessing, no superstition. Before we go on, comment here, "I deserve to sleep," and write your age. This really strengthens people who are suffering quietly. Let me quickly tell you about Lucia, 67 years old. Every night was the same. She woke up with her bladder screaming. But her biggest fear wasn't the bathroom. It was the walk to get there, because in the middle of the night, your legs feel stiff, your body is half asleep, and one slip can turn into a fall. And that steals anyone's peace. Now do a 10-second test with me. At the end of the day, when you take off your socks, do you see a deep mark around your ankles? Do your legs feel more swollen or heavy, especially in hot weather or after sitting for a long time? If the answer is yes, pay close attention. That can be one of the key reasons your body pushes you to the bathroom in the middle of the night. And in a moment, I'll show you the sign that separates this is coming from the legs from other causes, and what to do in each case. Think of your legs like a reservoir during the day. You stand, sit, walk, blood circulates, and part of that fluid slowly settles down in your legs. After 60, circulation and vein valves just don't work as strongly as they used to. Then night comes. You lie down, and it's like someone opens the faucet on that reservoir. That fluid rushes back into the bloodstream all at once. And do you know who has to deal with that extra volume? Your kidneys. They see all that extra fluid and do their job, filter it, and turn it into urine. And the problem is timing. This happens exactly when you want your body to shut down and sleep. So many people fall asleep, and around 2 or 3 in the morning, the body sounds the alarm. Bathroom. There's more. After 60, the body usually produces less of the hormone that slows urine production at night. When you were younger, it was like having a natural night break. With age, that break weakens. The result? Your kidneys may work at night almost like it's daytime, and your bladder becomes more sensitive, like an alarm that goes off too early, even when it isn't completely full. So this is not you being weak or overreacting. Very often, it's a combination of 3 things: fluid returning from the legs, a weaker night break, and a bladder that's a little too eager. Now here's where most people go wrong, and this is crucial. If you handle the late afternoon and the after-dinner period the wrong way, you increase fluid movement and bladder irritation, and suddenly 3 a.m. becomes routine. But if you do it the right way, you can help your body calm the system before you go to bed. And that's where the 6 p.m. banana method comes in. But it's not just eat a banana and that's it. Timing, ripeness, and the right combination make all the difference. In a moment, I'll show you the 3 simple rules of the method, and especially the #1 after-dinner mistake that looks harmless but sends people to the bathroom in the middle of the night. For now, think of this as 3 doors that might be waking you up. When you identify the main one, adjusting becomes much easier. Door 1. After 60, the night break weakens, and your kidneys keep producing urine like it's daytime. Door 2. The bladder becomes a sensitive alarm. Urgency shows up fast, sometimes with very little urine. Door 3. Fluid that pooled in your legs during the day returns to the bloodstream when you lie down, overworking the kidneys at night. So tell me, which door feels most like you today, 1, 2, or 3? Comment just the number and your age. I read them, and it helps me focus on what's really happening in your home. And just to reassure you, many people have 2 doors at the same time. This is not your fault. In a moment, I'll show you the master sign that helps you tell when your 3 a.m. wake-up is more legs, kidneys versus another cause. And then we'll go into the 6 p.m. banana method the right way. Now, I'm going to make you a very simple promise. In just a few minutes, you'll know exactly what to change in the late afternoon so your body stops waking you up in the middle of the night. We're going to follow a clear map. First, I'll show you the 6 p.m. banana method in 3 rules that actually fit into real life. Then, I'll reveal the number 1 after-dinner mistake, the one that looks healthy but sends a lot of people to the bathroom at 3 a.m. And finally, I'll give you the master sign to understand whether your case is more legs, kidneys, or if it's something worth checking with your doctor. And let me be clear about this. You're not meant to live in fear of the night. The goal here is for you to lie down and feel, tonight, I sleep. Rule number 1 is timing. This is not a banana before bed. It's a banana at 6 p.m., or about 1 hour after an early dinner. Why? Because your body needs time to organize fluids before you lie down. When you eat or drink a lot late in the evening, you push extra work onto your kidneys exactly when your brain is trying to shut down. So write this down as a golden rule. If you want better sleep, the night is decided in the late afternoon. That's why 6 p.m. matters. Rule number 2 is the ripeness of the banana, and this is more important than it sounds. The best choice is a yellow banana with a few brown spots. That's when the body usually digests it more easily, without irritation, and without turning it into a fast sugar spike. If the banana is too green, many people get gas, bloating, discomfort, and discomfort alone can disrupt sleep. If it's too ripe, very soft, very dark, it can raise blood sugar faster in some people. And if you already have that tendency, it can interfere with sleep later on. So keep this image in your mind. Yellow with spots. That's the sweet spot. Rule number 3 is how you eat it, because a lot of people get the timing right and then ruin it with the combination. In this method, the banana should be eaten by itself as a simple snack, preferably at room temperature, not straight from the fridge. And avoid pairing it with a bunch of things, especially this. Don't combine it with diuretic teas, coffee, or that habit of, I'll just drink a lot of water too, because then you're adding more fluid into the system and increasing your chances of waking up at night. Another detail almost no one mentions. Avoid eating it together with very watery foods like watermelon, cucumber, or late-night soup. All of that adds volume, and the body collects the bill in the middle of the night. So remember it like this: 6 p.m. banana, alone, simple, no liquids pushing your kidneys to work at night. Now let me point out something many people do without realizing it, and then swear that their bladder suddenly got worse. Banana with tea or coffee in the late afternoon. I eat the banana and have a little herbal tea to relax. The problem is that many teas are diuretics. They make you pee more. So you add the banana, add the tea, add more liquid, and your body does exactly what you told it to do. It sends you to the bathroom. If you want to gently enhance the method, there's an optional bonus, 5 to 7 almonds with the banana, just a small amount. They help with satiety and provide minerals many people over 60 are missing, but this is optional. The main rule is still no tea, no coffee, no extra fluids, and hold on to this sentence. This method works best when it stays simple. The moment you start getting creative, that's when it stops working. Let me go back to Lucia for a second because this will sound familiar. She told me, I have dinner, then I drink a relaxing tea, and before bed, I drink a glass of water, just in case. In her mind, that was self-care. That was being healthy. But the body doesn't understand just in case. The body understands volume. And when that volume comes in late, it collects payment at night. That's why I want you to stay with me now. In a moment, I'm going to do a countdown of 3 mistakes. The third one is common. The second one is sneaky. But mistake number 1 is the one that most often makes people wake up at 3 a.m. thinking, well, this must just be age. So here we go. The countdown. The 3 mistakes that may be pushing you to the bathroom at night without you realizing it. And if you're doing any of them, don't worry. I'll show you how to fix them. Mistake number 3. Eating the banana too late. Too close to bedtime. This doesn't give your body time to digest properly and fluids get processed the wrong way during the night. Mistake number 2. Drinking diuretic teas, coffee, or other beverages that stimulate your kidneys at the exact time you're trying to relax. What happens is simple. Those liquids go in, push your kidneys to filter more, and wake you up in the middle of the night. Mistake number 1, the retention spike, the after-dinner combo. This is the one that sabotages sleep the most, and many people do it without realizing it. You have a light soup, a high-water fruit like watermelon or cucumber, a relaxing tea, and then a glass of water before bed just in case. That creates a liquid overload in your body, and the result is waking up at 3 a.m. with a full bladder. Now that you know which mistake most often ruins sleep, comment, "I did this" if you recognize yourself, and if you're ready to fix it. This is where things become personal, and you'll see how much clearer this gets for your routine. If you have swollen legs, the solution is simple. Elevate your legs for about 20 minutes during the day. That helps reduce the amount of fluid that builds up in them. You can also try compression socks, which help circulation. And of course, if the swelling continues, it's always reasonable to talk to your doctor about treatment options. Now, if you have diabetes, the banana needs more control. The ripeness matters a lot. If the banana is too ripe, the glycemic response can spike and disturb your sleep. For you, a slightly firmer banana and attention to portion size work best. And again, if blood sugar is not well controlled, this is something to discuss with your doctor. If you take diuretics at night, the guidance is simple. Take your medication exactly as prescribed, but avoid drinking fluids after 6 p.m. That prevents the diuretic effect from combining with fluid that already accumulated in your legs and waking you up at night. Now, if you suspect sleep apnea, this is not something to ignore. If you snore loudly, feel very sleepy during the day, or wake up feeling unrefreshed, talk to a doctor. Sleep apnea can increase nighttime awakenings and affect hormones that influence urine production. Now I want to give you the master sign. This is what helps you understand whether your problem is more about your legs, or if something else is driving the nighttime waking. The first thing to observe is fluid buildup in your legs. If during the day your legs swell, leave sock marks, and feel heavy or tired when walking, fluid accumulation is very likely a major factor. When you lie down, that fluid moves back into the bloodstream. Your kidneys respond, and that's when the problem starts. What really clarifies the cause is the timing. If your sleep is interrupted mainly by a strong, sudden urge to use the bathroom, and you also feel more tired or stiff during the day, that strongly points to a legs, blood, kidneys pathway. If that doesn't sound like you, and your awakenings feel more related to digestion issues or restless sleep, then the cause may be different, and it's important to investigate further with a doctor. Let's put this together in a very practical way. If your legs swell during the day, leave sock marks, and the urge to urinate increases mostly after you lie down, that's a strong sign you're 3 a.m. Wake up is largely coming from the legs. Blood, kidneys route. In that case, the focus isn't just holding urine, it's reducing how much excess fluid reaches your kidneys at night. Now, if you have little to no leg swelling, but wake up often with urgency and very little urine, or feel burning pain or have frequent infections, that points more toward bladder irritation, and a doctor should be involved. And if you wake up with a very dry mouth, intense thirst, or high blood sugar, that can also increase nighttime urination, and controlling that cause becomes the priority. See how this changes things? The same symptom can come from very different pathways. That's why the 6 p.m. banana method works best when you do it the right way and remove the after-dinner sabotages. Now I'm going to give you a simple 3-night plan. No guessing games. The 3-night plan. Write this down. Night 1. Starting today, choose a cutoff time for liquids. This is not about being thirsty. It's about stopping the just one more glass after 8 p.m. If you need water for medication, take it. That's fine. Just avoid sipping water continuously until bedtime. And cut the sabotaging combo: late soup, watery fruit, diuretic tea. Night 2. Keep what worked and add the 6 p.m. banana. Yellow with brown spots, eaten alone, no tea, no coffee. If you want, add 5 to 7 almonds. Night 3. Repeat exactly the same. And here's the key: measure. Write down how many times you got up, what time the first wake-up happened, and how you felt in the morning, lighter or more exhausted. Sometimes the win isn't 0 trips. It's going from 3 to 2, or from 2 to 1. That alone can change your entire day. If you're doing this with me, comment now. 3-night plan. Before I close, there's one more thing that truly protects you: nighttime safety. Even if you reduce bathroom trips, you don't want to rely on luck in a dark hallway. First, place a small night light, the soft kind, in your bedroom or along the path to the bathroom. Low light prevents tripping and doesn't fully wake your brain the way turning on bright lights does. Second, keep the path clear. Loose rugs are a trap. Slippers left in the middle of the floor are too. Third, when you get up, don't jump out of bed. Sit on the edge for a few seconds, move your feet, take a breath, then stand up. This reduces dizziness and gives your body time to wake up without shock. Now let me come back to Donna Lucia. When she understood this, she didn't wait for a cure. She did the simple things for 3 nights. On the first night, she just removed the late liquid combo. On the second, she added the 6 p.m. banana the right way. On the third, she repeated it. And do you know what changed? She still got up, but she got up less. And more importantly, she got up with less fear. And when you wake up with less fear, you already start sleeping better the very next night. Now, I want to help you in a very practical way, because there's always someone thinking, okay, but what if I do everything right and I still wake up? First, that does not mean you failed. It means your body may be dealing with more than one door at the same time. And when we adjust one piece, improvement sometimes comes in steps, not all at once. So let's go through a realistic checklist of fine-tuning adjustments that greatly increase the chances of this method working. Adjustment number 1. Fluids. This is not about stopping water, it's about timing. If you drink very little water all day and try to make up for it at night, your body will charge you for it at 3 a.m. Ideally, drink more fluids up until mid-afternoon, then naturally taper off. If you need water to take medication, that's fine. Just avoid the habit of small sips until you fall asleep. That alone makes a big difference. Adjustment number 2, hidden salt. Many people don't realize this, but a very salty dinner does 2 things. It makes you thirsty and causes fluid retention. So you drink more at night, and there it is. 3 a.m. again. During your 3-night test, keep dinner lighter on salt. No strict diet needed, just avoid excess. Adjustment number 3, the irritated bladder trigger. Some foods and drinks make the bladder more sensitive. Coffee, certain teas, soda, too much chocolate, and even very acidic fruits at night can worsen this. If you wake up with strong urgency but pass very little urine, it's often irritation rather than volume. In that case, the focus is reducing these triggers in the evening. Adjustment number 4, posture and circulation. If your legs swell, thinking only about the bladder isn't enough. That's why, in addition to the 6 p.m. banana, this simple habit helps a lot. Late in the afternoon, lie down and elevate your legs for 15 to 20 minutes with a pillow. This isn't exercise. It's just helping your body redistribute fluid before you go to sleep. For many people, this reduces that faucet that opens once they lie down. Now, an important point. There are situations where waking up at night isn't just about fluids or routine. If you snore loudly, wake up tired, feel very sleepy during the day, or someone has told you that you stop breathing during sleep, sleep apnea may be involved. And sleep apnea can increase awakenings and affect hormones that influence urine production. In that case, the right step is talking to a doctor. The same goes if you have pain when urinating, burning, fever, or recurrent infections. This is not the time to insist on home tips. It's time to investigate. And here's a truth that really matters. The goal doesn't have to be 0 wake-ups. The goal is to get your peace back. If you used to wake up 3 times and now wake up twice, that's a huge win. Because every awakening you remove means less fall risk, less exhaustion, and better mornings. Sometimes the body needs a few days to understand the new rhythm. That's why I like the 3-night plan. And if you can do it for 7 nights, even better, always with calm and safety. Now I want to ask you for a favor that helps many people. If you're going to do the test, comment, "I will test it," and your age. And if you already do something similar, share it. Sometimes someone reading your comment feels seen and starts taking care of themselves too. That's how community is built, and community gives strength. To close this part, here's a gold value question. What is your biggest nighttime enemy right now? Thirst? That evening tea? Late dinner? Swollen legs? Fear of falling? Write one word only. Because in the next video, I'll take the most common answer and build a very specific step-by-step guide with 3 nighttime habits that may be sabotaging your sleep without you realizing it. Now take a breath with me for a moment and think about this. You're not looking for an internet tip. You're looking for something that sounds simple, but changes life, sleeping with peace. And after 60, peace is not a luxury. It's health, it's independence. It's waking up with a lighter body, a calmer mind, and more desire to live the day. So let me recap this as clearly and quickly as if I were leaving a note on your fridge. First, when you see 3 a.m., don't automatically think it's age. Often there's a reason behind it: a weaker nighttime break, a more sensitive bladder, or fluid returning from the legs once you lie down. When you understand that, you stop blaming yourself. You stop fighting your body. You start adjusting. Second, the banana method is simple, but simple done right. Banana at 6 p.m. or about 1 hour after an early dinner. Yellow with brown spots. And no sabotage, no diuretic tea, no coffee, no loading fluids, no healthy-looking combo that turns into extra kidney work at night. Most people don't need anything extreme. They just need to remove what hurts and add what helps at the right time. Third, the 3-night plan isn't just for testing, it's for regaining control. Because when you measure, you stop guessing. You write down how many times you woke up, what time it happened, and how you felt when you woke up. That's when you start seeing progress. And progress, even small, brings hope back. Sometimes the change is from 3 trips to 2, sometimes from 2 to 1. Sometimes you still wake up, but with less urgency, less fear, less anxiety. And that is a huge step. Fourth, safety. I know the topic here is nighttime bathroom trips, but the hidden risk behind it is falls. So don't feel embarrassed about adapting your home. A soft light along the path, a rug that doesn't slip, or no rug at all. Slippers in the right place. Getting up slowly. That's not weakness. That's intelligence. That's taking care of yourself. Now, something important I repeat because I respect you. If you have uncontrolled diabetes, kidney problems, take diuretics, feel burning when you urinate, have fever, blood in the urine, or suspect sleep apnea, don't try to solve everything on your own. That's a conversation to have with your doctor. Here, we're talking about habits that help many people. But everybody has its own story, and I want to invite you to something that goes beyond the video. When you comment, you're not just engaging. You're telling another person, you're not alone. And for this audience, that means everything. So write 3 simple things in the comments your age, whether you wake up more often around 3 a.m. or another time, and which door feels most like you, 1, 2, or 3. If you prefer just one sentence, write, "I deserve to sleep," because every one of those comments becomes a quiet hug for someone who's suffering in silence. And if you do the 3-night plan, come back and tell me the result, even if it's small, even if it's a little better. Sometimes the person reading your comment today is exhausted, overwhelmed, feeling like there's no solution. And one sentence from you can be the nudge they need to start caring for themselves. Now, before I finish, let me leave you a reason not to miss the next video, because it completes this one perfectly. In the next one, I'll show you 3 nighttime habits that seem harmless, but are quietly sabotaging your sleep and sending you to the bathroom without you realizing it. Simple things, like the timing of certain foods, the wrong evening tea, and a habit many people do in bed thinking it relaxes them, but actually wakes up the brain and triggers the body in the middle of the night. And I'll give you a 5-minute wind-down ritual. No medication, no complications. So if this video helped you, share it with a friend, a family member, someone you love, because so many people are living this and thinking it's normal. And it doesn't have to be this way. You can improve, safely, with small and consistent steps. You deserve to sleep. And I'm here with you on this journey. If you stayed until now, I'm going to give you a bonus that almost no one talks about. And it may be the missing piece to stop that urgent wake-up in the middle of the night. It's simple, it's safe, it costs nothing, and it works especially well for people who feel heavy legs at the end of the day or wake up with a wide-awake mind at 3 a.m. I call it the anti-3-bar ritual. It has 2 parts, one for the body and one for the brain, because here's the key. After 3 a.m. is not just the bladder, it's body plus nervous system. The bladder tightens, you wake up, the heart speeds up, and the brain learns a pattern. 3 a.m. is alert time. Then it becomes a cycle. Today's bonus breaks that cycle in the smartest way, reducing pressure on the kidneys and turning off the brain's alarm. Part 1. The 60-second leg reset. Before going to sleep, or no need to be perfect, just do it. Sit on the bed and do this. Take a pillow, elevate your legs for 1 minute, and do 10 slow ankle pumps. Pull the foot up, then point it forward. Then make 10 ankle circles in each direction. It may look simple, but it helps push some of that fluid back into circulation while you're still awake, before you fall into deep sleep. It's like telling your body, let's handle this now, not at 3 a.m. For many people, this reduces that heavy leg feeling and lowers the urgency spike when they lie down. Part 2. The 60-second brain shutdown. Now place one hand on your chest and one on your belly. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 2. Exhale slowly for 6. Do this 4 times. This kind of breathing sends a clear signal to your nervous system. You're safe. The alert is over. And that matters, because many people wake up at 3 a.m. not only because of the bladder, but because the body is stuck in alert mode. When you train this before sleep, your brain learns to shut down more gently. Now comes the most important part of the bonus, and where many people slip. When you wake up during the night, you don't need to fight sleep. You need to send a signal of safety to your body. So if you wake up, make a deal with yourself. No phone. None. The phone is a switch that turns the brain fully on. Instead, sit on the bed for 10 seconds, do 1 breathing cycle, 4, 2, 6, then stand up slowly. This reduces dizziness, lowers fall risk, and prevents your brain from locking 3 a.m. in as a fixed wake-up time. And here's a small test that's pure gold. If you wake up at 3 and your legs feel heavy, try this. When you come back from the bathroom, lie down and place a pillow under your legs for 2 minutes. That's it. It signals the body to redistribute fluid without demanding more kidney work right away. Many people report that when they do this, the chance of needing to get up again shortly after is much lower. Now, pay attention. This bonus doesn't replace anything we talked about. It enhances it. It's the final screw that makes the whole method solid. Banana at 6 p.m., done the right way. No sabotage after dinner. A 3-night plan, tracking results, and the anti-3 ritual for both body and brain. If you've made it this far, you've earned this. So leave me a word in the comments. I want to know who the people are that stay until the very end. Comment bonus and your age. And tell me this too. Is your 3 am? Wake up more about bladder urgency or anxiety light sleep. Write just one word, bladder or sleep. That way, I can shape the next video in the most accurate way possible for what you're actually living right now.